Yo, yo, yo. It's Sleepy Marky Marks Terrell. Hey, Mystical. How's it going? I should go right to my bed, to be honest. I'm pretty tired, but it's 11:13 here. So I'm going to stay till midnight and then I'll go get in my bed. I got to get up early tomorrow to go to work at 9:30. But I said, let me just come on here for a quick 45 minutes. Going well, good. I had a good day. All was good. The uh the crazy retrograde energy is around, acting crazy. I tried to go live 5 times earlier today, and it didn't have volume. Everything was all messed up. At least I have volume now. That's good. I had to restart my computer. I had to go through all this bullshit, and I'm like, just because. But you know, it could be worse, right? Could be a lot worse going on, but it's life. Yeah, it happened to you yesterday. Yeah, it's just that time of. I mean, it happens sometimes, even when it's not retrograde. It still acts up every now and then. I was talking for like 2 minutes, and no one heard me, and no one said they couldn't hear me. And then all of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, we can't hear you." But now it's fine though. I can see the green light moving for my voice. But that's good. I'm glad it's working now because it wasn't working earlier. And then my Wi-Fi jumped over to my sister's Wi-Fi next door, and then it was saying that I had a bad connection. I'm like, what? So then I looked up at my Wi-Fi connection, and it wasn't even on my Wi-Fi. And that hasn't even happened before on my computer. I'm like, why is my sister's Wi-Fi hooking up to this if I don't even go on her Wi-Fi to hook up to my computer? And I'm like, oh Lord, man. I'm like, it's always some bullshit. But yeah, just little petty things, nothing major. Otherwise, that I got a lot of work done today. Then this afternoon, it rained a lot, which was great. There's more rain coming apparently, which will be nice. More rain we get overnight will be great. So that way everything can start to look green again. Went for a swim today, probably like maybe an hour, and the last 10 minutes I was in the pool, it was raining. So I was like, all right, I'll get out now. It started to pour, so I was like, all right, let me get out of the pool. I've had enough. Rain ruined my pool time. But otherwise, that the retrograde is in it's today. Today is actually the first day of retrograde, so it's definitely in full effect. That's for sure. With electronics and just aggravation and just all sorts of shit. My sister, she came back home today, and she had to get a connecting flight from Atlanta to Newark, New Jersey. So when she got to the airport, she on the app of the airlines, it said the flight's been canceled due to weather and all sorts of stuff. So then they had to go to another airline, American Airlines, to go from Atlanta to Washington and then Washington to Bermuda. So then she says that she's ready to board the plane, and then it says delay for another hour. And then she's like, "What the hell is going on here?" So then they end up canceling that flight. So my sister's like, "What the hell? Two flights back to back canceled." And her boss was with her, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on here?" So then they said, "Okay, well, the only flight we can get you, uh, you know, to Bermuda is from to Philadelphia, and then from Philadelphia you stay in the plane and you go right to Bermuda." So they're like, "Okay, whatever. We just want to go." Okay, well the flights is gonna you have to board in like 10 minutes. So they went to use the bathroom real quick and got some stuff, and then got on the plane, and then went to Bermuda, and then came went to Philadelphia. They got in Philadelphia, and the woman says, "Oh well, you can stay in the plane or you can leave and then come back. It's fine. We're gonna board in a couple minutes." And I'm like, and then she was like, "Okay, cool." So then she made it to Bermuda, and then the flight. I'm tracking the flight to see when it comes in because the time always change. So it said 1:22 plane arrives. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I went back outside and did a couple more jobs, a couple more things. So at exactly 101 or 102, we get a notification that she's here in Bermuda. And I'm like, what the fuck? So she's like, hey guys, I'm home. And I'm like, what do you mean? I just looked at the thing and it said flight status at 122. So then I sent her a screenshot of it and she says, oh, well, that thing's off because it's wrong because I'm here. I landed just now. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that because we got the notification. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So everything's just been absolutely nuts. And then, so we were late. So by the time we got there, she's coming out of the plane. She's coming out the arrival door, and was like, oh hey, I'm here. So I didn't even have to park. I just pulled up. She got in the car, and that was it. And I was like, that's the only good thing that happened. You came out of the arrivals doors and straight into your car. And we just all had a good laugh and we were like, what the hell is going on here? This has been like the craziest shit ever. But the first thing she said to me was, it's the retrograde and it's definitely started today. And I'm like, yep, it's absolutely nuts how things are. Because usually, like when a retrograde comes around, it doesn't affect me at all. Like whereas like it'll just affect electronics and like stupid shit that I really don't care about, like it did today. But with my sister, it affected her flights, her travel, and all that stuff. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Then I'm like, I can screenshot this thing. It says 122. I just came from inside. And I said, okay, I got like 20 more minutes left before I gotta go to the airport. By the time she gets out, it'd be like 1:30. Meanwhile, 1 o'clock, she's here, and the flight status was completely wrong. So I was like, there you go. You can't make this shit up. The retrograde is in effect. But, it's just little things, petty shit. At least she's here. At least she's safe. At least we're all good. It's life. And then she's going to go to work tomorrow. And then she goes on vacation with her sons on Saturday for a week. So she literally came back from away today from a 3-day business trip just to go back on a plane 2 days later and go on vacation finally. Yeah, they're going to Disney World in Florida. Her and the two boys, and I'm going to be here with Diamond by myself with peace and quiet. Ah, finally. So yeah, they go away every year, for like a week or so. Usually they go on a cruise or they go to Florida or they go somewhere and, hang out for a week. And then September, she has to take her oldest son to go to college. So a lot of trips coming up. has any of your sons gone to college and you've seen them off and they've gone to college? She's all nervous and paranoid and she's like, "Oh my god, my son's going to college." Oh well, you didn't have to worry about that then. That's good. I never went to college either. I never wanted to. As soon as I left school, I was like, the hell with that shit. I never want to go into school ever again. But at least I made something out of myself, so I'm okay. Not college isn't for everyone anyway. Oh, they live 5 hours from me. Oh shit. Because you said you had like five boys or something like that, right? That's crazy. Two live with you. Okay, cool. That's nice. At least you have your man, two boys with you. My two nephews live next door with my sister. I see them every day. But as you know, I had to take care of both of them these last couple of days, and then now I finally get a break. I finally get a break this week coming up for a whole week. I get a break, and I don't have to deal with any of them. I can just do what I have to do. But I'm gonna go and hang out with my parents every other night. I told my mom that I'm gonna have lunch with her on Sunday, and then I told her that I might have dinner the next day. Because my mom likes to eat things that I like to eat, and my dad doesn't eat what we eat. So I told my mom just make something for him, and then you and I will have barbecue or something like that. Because she likes hot dogs and hamburgers and steak and stuff and ribs and all that stuff. And my dad, he likes it, but he can't really eat it. They wish they could, but are studying in the city. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty much the same thing. As long as they're studying in the city and they're doing their thing. Yeah, my dad, he can't eat red meat anymore and he's got diabetes. So he's got to watch what he eats. But my mom, she's fine and me. So I told my mom that I'm going to get some steak for us to have on the barbecue next week. And we're going to do all sorts of meals that these guys don't eat that I eat, which is like fish. And I'm going to get some tuna and make it for me and my mom and some steak. She likes hot dogs and hamburgers on the barbecue. So we might have that. And then she's making a turkey on Sunday. So, hey Dan, how you doing? Dan, aka Mr. Cheeky. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to next week to hanging out with my parents and having dinner there and lunch and hanging out with them for a bit. I'll probably have to. My dad wants me to take him on Monday to go get a haircut, so I'll probably take him to get his haircut and I'll get mine at the same time. So yeah, he's. I'm looking forward to hanging out by myself next week, doing what I have to do, and then I can finally work on my own stuff next week. I can't wait. And then today, my nephew, the oldest one here, he was like, "Don't you have these shoebox containers that you bought, but you never put them together, and you said they were for me? I need them now because I have all these sneakers now, and I want to put them all in these containers, in the shoebox plastic containers that you bought me." I said, "Yeah, it's underneath my bed, and they all need to be assembled." So I went upstairs, I got the box, came downstairs, and it's like 12 of them. So I assembled all 12 of them and took him. He came over to help me bring it over to his place, and then he put them all in the closet and he put his sneakers all in there. And I was like, you know how long I've had this damn thing? For a year. And you're finally coming over here now to come and get it. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, we knew. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Love you. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Damn, boys, I tell you, man. Because I redone all their closets upstairs in their rooms. I did my sister's closet and both of my nephew's closets. And now I need to do my closets. I got the wood for everything. So I'm going to be doing that over the next week. I need to cut all the shelves, paint everything. Oh, hey, Tanya. You finally took an Epsom salt bath and was able to get out. Oh, nice. You feel a lot better and found a fan to blow dry me. Oh, there you go. Nice. There you go. See, I told you need an Epsom salt bath. It'll be brand new. Good for you. I need to get an Epsom salt bath myself. I can definitely use one. I might actually get one tomorrow night. That's what I might do. I might get a bath tomorrow. I might get a Epsom salt bath tomorrow night. That sounds good. Make me feel good. I still got some Epsom salt upstairs in my cabinet, so that works. I'm recommending the baths for you, but I need one myself. So I think tomorrow night that's what I'm gonna do. She says I saw a cute fat man again at the other grocery store. He complimented my press and I ran away and said thanks. He probably was like, yeah, nice press. I'm gonna rob your ass. He's like, yeah, nice price. You want to pay for my groceries? Come on, woman, please. You can pay for my groceries. He didn't know what to say. He had to say, hey, nice price. You know, but that's something I wouldn't say though. 'Cause I'm not into prices, but I couldn't even care what price a woman has. But obviously, he made that comment for something. And he didn't even compliment your damn dress. Hey, Lucky, what's going on? That's crazy. Well, at least you got some attention, Tanya. At least you got some attention. You know, he wanted to see your press, and he probably was like, "Damn, what we got here?" But you ran away from the guy. You didn't even let him. You didn't let him. You didn't even let him chat you up. Tanya's like, "Look, bro, I don't want nobody. I'm good." You're waiting on brunch. Oh, nice. Enjoy. Oh, okay. So he's probably eyeing you up. So he's probably like, "Oh, damn, I saw her again. The lady with the nice purse. Ooh la la." He's probably gonna find out where you are. You may be like, "Huh." Hey, you never know. He might be one of those guys that has that life insurance. That guy that you need. Put you in his will when he goes. Leave you with a couple 100 grand. Be good to go. Wasn't it you and some other people who said that we need to um get some life insurance? Somebody with life insurance? And a pumpkin patch. I see Phil smiling back and then run away. See, there you go. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, Linus from the Peanuts. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe that was their favorite cartoon character or something. I have no idea. Could be. I'm not into presses, so I'm good. See, Lucky already knows she'll be ordering online later. Cause Lucky wants some compliments too. She'll be like, let me get myself one of them damn purses. Get me some compliments. Dr. Linus Pony. See, look, Lucky says it's adorable. See, that's why the guy made a comment. He was like, "Oh, cool, that's a cool purse." What he wanted to do was, he didn't want to get smacked by that purse though. That's the first thing I think about when a woman has a purse. She can use that as a weapon. I was like, "Hey, nice purse. You want to get slapped by it? Keep moving." I'm like, all right, my bad, my bad. Oh, nice. Out in Singapore, they don't know nothing about Linus and Snoopy and all that. Those Singaporeans don't know nothing about that. Yep. Here we go, night night. Yeah, I know who Hello Kitty is, but I don't know who Kate Spade is. I have no idea who that is. Oh, nice. And you used it right away to go to the grocery store to get attention from that fat guy. And then when he says nice purse, you were like, thanks. And then you ran away. And then Phil was like, now I'm going to get that purse and smack you with it. Phil was like, see what you ain't going and done? You ain't got this guy looking at the damn purse. Looking for attention. What I saw the other day, I have a thing again, with purses and stuff. I don't have a thing with it, but I don't like watching men with purses. That annoys the shit out of me because it's not meant for them. But I'd say about maybe 3 weeks ago, I was in the city and I saw this tall guy. He was wearing one of those man purses, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I said, well, Mark, you know how these guys are. They want to be like women. So I guess I'll just, look at him and laugh and say, what the hell is this idiot doing with this purse? But it looks so dumb. It just doesn't look right. And I'm like, oh, well, to each their own. Man, you'll never see me with that shit. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Never in life you will see me with that shit. Hell no. Purses are meant to be for women, not for men. Even a man purse looks dumb. The only thing I wore close to any of that was one of those money things that you put around your waist and had like the pocket and the zipper. I used to have one of those to put my tips in, but that's about it. But never where I wear that shit. No, no. Mm-mm. Dan's over here singing. No man purses around me. Uh-uh. No, no. No, no. That's one thing you'll never see around Marky is a man purse. I ain't dealing with that. I leave purses to the women. But if a man wants to wear them, they can have it. Yeah, I mean, they wear it like cross like this, like a diagonal. That's cool. I don't care. I don't mind that. But like having it like a woman over your shoulder and like walking along with it, that ain't happening. They were showing some videos of these old men walking with high heels going through England, through the UK with stockings on and everything. They had stockings, a skirt, and some high heels, and then the top part they had like a suit like a man. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these idiots? Oh yeah, you can call it that. But you know me, I don't deal with all that stuff. You can be gay all you want and do whatever you want, but not me. I'm not gonna wear no purse. Not like a woman. I can wear one of those pouches like we're talking about that goes crisscross over like that. Yeah, like you're wearing like some ammunition or something. That's different. But I actually saw this guy with a woman's purse and had it on his shoulder and had his hand on the bottom walking with the purse. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. What is wrong with this guy? And then I saw the videos in England where they were walking around with high heels. This is like a 60 something year old man, too, walking with high heels on through the city of UK. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? You really want to wear high heels, bro? You ain't fucking like, your feet ain't tired or anything like that. Like, what the hell? I don't know what's wrong with these guys, man. I would never want to wear high heels or be anything to do with like wearing woman things. The closest I ever been to any of that stuff is an earring. That's it. And men wear earrings anyway, so it don't matter. It's not like it's just a woman thing. No, I don't need a visa now. Nope. I don't need no visa because I have a British passport, so I can go anywhere. The only place I ever needed any type of paperwork was to go to Germany. That's it. You fill out a form or something, but no visas and all that stuff. I don't need that. I've never needed a visa to go anywhere. But when I went to Germany one time, I had to like fill out all this paperwork. It wasn't a visa, but it was like a temporary like thing to say that you're there visiting for 10 days and then you got to leave. Some bullshit, but that was like back in 2010, something like that. I don't know, but whatever it was, I was allowed to go there because I had a British passport. So, but they told me I had to fill out like this waiver thing. I think it was like a waiver. It wasn't like a visa, but yeah, I don't need a visa to go nowhere. I have a British passport, so I have a Portuguese passport too, but I need to get it renewed because I can fly most places with a Portuguese passport too. But the British passport does everything. I don't really need nothing. If anything, I just have to fill out like a form or something. That's it. It's not a it's not a big deal. Maria is a pain in the ass. Yes, she is. Walter has an earring, but it's one in the little hole in the ear. Oh, cool. Pain in the booty. Pain in the booty. Pain in the booty. Yes, you are. Why are you such a pain in the ass? Huh? Why? Oh, Maria, Maria. Why are you a pain in the ass? Why didn't you just go to sleep and leave me alone? All right, I gotta read a paragraph, so give me a second. This is every day, all day. I know what you should know. You ask me, what should you know? To go to sleep and not worry and leave me alone. That'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Go to sleep, night night, and dream about Walter and start worrying about him. That'd be the perfect scenario. And then you'd be fine. Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. I won't have a chance to ever eat anything on live because somebody will always want me to read them. It's never a dull moment on here. It was my Walter. That poor guy, his ears must be ringing every fucking day. Right now, he's probably in his bed, like, got his eyes closed. And he's probably like, fuck, Maria's such a pain in the ass. I wonder if I should tell her good night. But, she's going to end up telling me because if I don't text her within like 5 minutes, she's going to text me. Yeah, okay, cool. No, I have some dirty dishes, but not that much. I might go live and do them tomorrow, probably. Tanya. I only have a few. Not much. I gotta let them accumulate to some more. Might be for Saturday. That's the only time Walter has peace, when he goes to sleep. He be like, thank God, man. Good night, woman. Goodbye. Fuck. He must feel like me when I log off. Well, it looks like tomorrow you guys will see each other, like I already told you. I don't even know what to tell you, really. But looks like you guys will spend time tomorrow. he's gonna be a little bit like he's gonna withdraw from like thinking of anything negative. It might be just a positive conversation, things like that. Um, you might, I don't know if you, he might bring up the things about your daughter and your ex and things like that. He might bring that up or talk about, or you guys might talk about that type of situation. I think that he might talk about, what's going on in his life, what's going on in yours, typical shit. I don't really see anything different here, to be honest. But I do get the hanging out, going to dinner, or having some type of feast, enjoying time together, all that type of stuff. So it still looks like you'll see him tomorrow, but he might tell you something about what's going on with him, the son. 'Cause I see a young woman here, like a young daughter. So he could be talking about your daughter. So he might bring that up. That might be the topic of conversation. Hmm. Looks like he's gonna remain hopeful. He's gonna remain like it was. He had looks like he had a good time with the people that he was with, but looks like he still has some anxiety over money, spending, making money, spending money. But looks like his job is good. Like he's happy with his job and things like that. And looks like you'll also be happy with your job in the next couple of weeks too. So everything looks good. I don't really see anything else here, but it's pretty much a okay. Nothing bad. Yeah, it could be about art or just talking about what's going on with them. You might ask about him, ask about her. Oh, that's cool, Tanya. You had a deer in your yard. Oh, that's cool. I like deers. They look innocent. I think deers are very observant and innocent looking, and I think they're pretty cool animals. And I've seen a couple up close. And when I went to Portugal, they had like a little animal shelter where they had like three or four deers, and it also had the one with the antlers and one without antlers. And they were cool. I have some pictures of them too. I gotta find them, but they were so. I think they're some of the friendliest animals. Like not friendliest, but like I feel like you know they're you know they're observant and they're kind of cautious when it comes to humans, but because humans kill them and shit like a bunch of assholes. But then they're nice. I like them. We don't have any here, but I've seen them in Portugal when I went. What's your problem now, woman? Anything he would like to say to me that he hasn't or will later? Oh, you gotta wait till he tells you shit. What do you want me to do? I swear. I'm getting no, I don't get nothing here that he really wants to explain or tell you. Just about his life, he's got some difficult things that he wants to deal with. That's about it. Otherwise, that he feels like the King of Pentacles, which is a person who's very loyal, reliable, and he just wants you to see him that way. He wants you to know that he's smart and he's happy with his life and his job. He's not going to tell you too much about his difficulties or what's going on because he doesn't want to bore you with that. And rightfully so. I'm glad he doesn't tell you about all his life because that becomes like that annoys a relationship, to be honest. In my opinion, it's not good to talk about your bullshit in your life when you're with your girlfriend or your boyfriend unless you got like something really bad going on where you need to talk about it. But sometimes I think Walters just wants to spend time with you and take his mind off of his bullshit. That's probably why he doesn't really say too much. Well, I wouldn't be that excited if I want to grow either. Like, okay, I want to grow, cool. That means I have to use it, clean it, make food on it, clean it. It'd be a run out of gas. I gotta go get more. You know, excited to spend more fucking money. I wouldn't be either. That probably doesn't mean anything to him. That's why he probably wasn't excited. He was like, "Yeah, I want to grow. Who fucking cares?" Cockatoos. We have some of those here. The wildlife we have here is pretty much birds. We have birds, cows, pigs, those type of things. We don't really have like no deers, and we have goats. We had a wild goat on the loose over the past week. It was this big ass goat that was on the loose and tried to put the cars as they came by. And then these two guys had to tie the goat up and drag his ass back home because he broke loose because he was a nuisance. Yeah, we have seagulls here. Well, I don't think we have. We have some seagulls, but not that much. Maybe a few here and there. We don't have a big species of like big ass birds. I'm sure like if you go out in the ocean, we might see a couple here and there, but in Bermuda we have a specific bird. It's called the Bermuda longtail bird, and it's a bird with a tail like that has like a long little stringy tail, and they're very beautiful birds. It's like our native bird. It's called a Bermuda longtail. But otherwise, that we have a lot of pain in the ass birds and stupid birds that make all sorts of noises, especially when I'm live. And yeah, birds are very annoying, but they don't harm me. I just don't want them to shit all over the place and give me more work to do. But our wildlife, we don't have snakes here. We don't have like none of that bullshit here. We don't have nothing that like no scorpions, or we have tons of spiders and bugs. We have roaches, centipedes, worms, crickets, tree frogs. We have a lot of frogs here, a lot of tree frogs and pain in the ass things that make a whole pot of noise. But the most aggravating thing to me is birds. Birds are so annoying. Today I was outside like cutting the hedge, and I took a break and I leaned up against the wall, and as I looked up a red bird came to the tree right across me for like 10 feet away. And I was like, look at this crazy shit. I'm just standing here drinking water, and this red bird comes up and is in the tree right in front of me, like 10 feet away, and starts singing and chirping. And I was like, wow. I was like, if that ain't a sign, what is? Yeah, same here, Tanya. They used to do that with the mirrors here. They used to attack the mirrors and think that it was another bird. Those idiots. Yeah, they would definitely snatch your food away. That's for sure. Those fuckers are scavengers. That's what they do. Oh hell no. We have some bats here, but not that much. But we have like a cave. We have a lot of caves here, and there has been reportedly a bats around here and there, but not much. See, we have like very few of these type of creatures, like a bat, and all these little things like seagulls. We probably have a couple here and there that hang out by the beach areas or docks or whatever to get scavengers like and shit. But we don't really have like things like everybody. Like we don't have bisons and bulls and like oxes, and we don't have that type of shit here. We have a lot of horses. There's a lot of horses here. The horse community is very big here. They race horses here, horse and buggies and all that. It's like a tradition in Bermuda to go on a horse and buggy ride. You can go. It's like it's got people here who do it at night, so the horse doesn't like pass out and shit. So the biggest animal we have here is probably a horse. There's some pigs here, cows. People have farms here and there, but not too big. They have farms, but nothing like explosive or crazy, or nothing like amazingly big. Because here it's not too much places for that. But when it comes to birds, we have a lot, and they're very annoying. Yeah. See, that's the only thing I like about we have like a gray heron here, and we call him Harry, and he's big. He's probably stands like almost between 2 and 3 feet tall. He's definitely over 2 feet, but he probably stands at least almost 3 feet tall. He's got long ass legs, long ass neck, and he's not thick or anything, but it's like a long ass heron. It's called a gray heron, and we call him Harry the Heron. And ever since he's been around this house, every now and then, especially during like full moon nights or clear nights where he can see, he will go really slowly. His feet are like really like they look like two sticks, and he's got wide ass feet, and he'll just go click. eh, he'll go real slow, and he'll look around like this. And if he sees a bug, boom, he'll pick the bug, and then he'll go by the pool. So if he sees like a bug in the pool struggling, he'll dive bomb the pool and eat the bug out of the pool. But he eats all the roaches, which is beautiful. So we don't even have that much roaches around here anymore, or any bugs around here that much, because he eats them all. That's the only thing I love about that heron and about birds is they eat all the bugs and stuff. I think it was Tuesday. We went to get takeout at this place, and there's always a lot of people at this outdoor takeout place. And there was a baby heron, not a baby, but he was only like a foot tall, And I said, look at this shit. It's Harry's. It must be one of Harry's cousins. So my nephew starts laughing. He goes, where the heck do you see the bird? I'm like, look, he's out there. He's like pacing around the cars to see if somebody will give him something to eat. And it's very rare to see like a heron eating people food. They like bugs and stuff. So we were like lost. We were like, well, that's because I told my nephew, I said, see, he's young. Because you could tell he's only like about a foot tall. So I was like, look, that bird's young. He's probably like trying to find any means of food he can. So he smells the food. He must be like, yeah, let me get some of this French fries around here or some leftover something. But he wasn't scared. He was just looking around, wasn't scared of anybody. And I was like, damn. See, I have a soft spot for like for birds like that and animals, chickens and stuff that want food and don't have any. Right at the bottom of the hill from me, before you get to the main road, there's a hen on the side and has like 8 little chickens, 8 little chicks, all different colors. Some are yellow, black, some are like, like a multicolored. And I'm like, look at this shit. And she's like, you know, swooshing her feet to find things for the little chickens to eat, any means of bugs or anything. So what I did was I got some bread and I threw the bread in their direction and they all started eating the bread. So I was like, cool, at least they got something to eat. Okay, Maria, take care. I'm gonna go to sleep myself. It's already midnight here and I gotta get up early tomorrow and go to work. So I don't want to be on here too late, but it's quiet on here now anyway, so that's good. I don't want to stay here too long because the longer I stay, you know, more people come around and I'm gonna be too busy and I don't want to be busy. I want to go to sleep anyway. I had to wake up early this morning. I gotta wake up early tomorrow again. So but anyway, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. I wish you a great Friday and a good weekend if I don't see you. But I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. I'm going to work tomorrow at 9:30. I got to do a job for my client, and then I'll probably be back in the afternoon. I'll probably go live or something. I'll see how it goes. I might even wash my dishes in before lunchtime or something. Hang out with you guys and talk some shit. Alrighty, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go get my ass to bed because I'm tired of shit and I need to go sleep. So if I get on my bed now, it's midnight. It's perfect time. So at least I can get 7 hours of sleep. That'll be beautiful. All right, guys. Good night.